Guess this anime character's astrology sign.
Naruto.
Maybe like a Pisces.
If you're gonna go with Pisces, I like maybe an earth sign, like a Libra.
Libra.
Yeah.
You got that on the bus.
Right,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Luffy.
Luffy has to be a fire sign.
Yeah, he's so aloof.
Leo, confidence.
I would say Sagittarius because he's so
Oh.
spontaneous. Look at the attention he gives Boa.
Boa
He do not care.
1,000% he's
Like-
a Sagittarius.
He is a Taurus.
Oh no.
Satoru Gojo.
Gojo's
He
confident,
got,
egotistical.
yeah, he got
I
that
gotta say
Leo.
Leo.
He's a Sag.
Okay.
Eren Yeager of
Oh my God.
Attack on
That
Titan.
crazy nut. He thinks that he was doing it. You see,
For
he
the
may be a
right
Virgo.
reasons.
Virgos swear that everything that they tell you is for your good.
What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 163 of Keeping It 9000. On today's episode, we had special guests from AniTOMO Con. What's up, guys?
Eileen and Ash, welcome to the podcast. They did an amazing job. These were great. We talked about a bunch of things. AniTOMO, we found out what it was, where the name came from, what the con is doing currently, and where it's going.
I'm so excited. Like, and also, we talked about anime character horoscope signs. So crazy. I ain't know they was a Leo. It's so wild.
100%. And lastly, we ended things off with anime hot takes. Is Sakura that bad? What is the anime industry doing to us? $40 is crazy.
That's a fact.
Stay tuned. Keeping it 9,000 starting in 3, 2, 1.
Bow.
It's over 9,000! What is up? What is good? You know the vibes. It is Keeping It 9,000. Otaku with my
Brotaku.
Shonen with my
Bronin.
Anime conversations from a
NYCPOV.
NYCPOV.
Let's go.
New York's anime podcast is in the building.
In the house.
We have a very special episode today.
Yes, we do.
Very special.
Okay.
On this episode, we got none other than Ash. She's been on the podcast multiple
I think
times.
4 times at this
Four
point.
times
Y'all
now.
know
She
the
might be
vibes.
champ.
Y'all know the vibes.
Yes, sir. She is back, and she is back with an exciting guest for the episode. We got Eileen. If y'all don't know, Ashhole and Eileen are the creators of AniTOMO Con. You see it on the shirt.
In the
Everybody.
house.
If y'all don't know when it is, let them know when it is.
July 20th, Saturday. It's a free convention. Pull up.
Pull up. If you're a fan of anime, pull up to AniTOMO Con, July 20th. We're going to be talking about it more in the podcast later, but from here on out, Jay's going to take the reins.
All right, guys. Welcome to Keeping It 9000. Thank you guys so much for coming. So,
Thanks for having us.
first question I have to ask you is, I want you guys to tell me about your anime journey. Where did you start? Like,
Want me to go first?
Yeah.
So the first time I was exposed to anime was Sailor Moon.
okay.
Early 90s. And then, I mean, who wasn't watching that at the time?
Yeah.
And then fast forward to a very traumatic time in my life when I was in my 20s, going through some really hard times, hard relationship. I discovered Naruto.
Oh,
And
okay.
it was the summer. I was in France with my cousin. I'm half French, half Haitian. Whoop whoop. And I'm sitting there and she's like, "Oh, you should watch Naruto if you haven't like been into anime in a long time."
Yeah.
And when I tell you, Naruto got me through some really tough times in my life.
Yeah.
It just changed the game. And simultaneously I got into Nana.
Oh,
And I
Nana's a good one.
realized not only does anime really get you through some tough times, but I realized I also can like characters like on a deep romantic level, and that was really scary for me. That was actually quite scary.
Wait, real quick question.
Parasocial.
Which one are you? Are you Hachi Nana or are you what's
The
Shimura Nana? I forgot the last name of the other Nana. There's two.
Oh, which one? I
Yeah,
think
which one are
I'm
you?
more of the girl with this shorter hair.
Okay.
You Hachi.
Yeah?
You are Hachi, girl.
Oh, am I?
Yes, you are.
She said, I didn't know.
Girl, come on.
Wow.
You're bubbly.
Who I want to be versus who I actually am.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Question about Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
Jaquel and I were actually talking about this earlier this week, and it kind of baffled me that we didn't have the answer to this question, and I haven't even looked it up. What is her name?
Oh, I don't know.
So-
Like, quite frankly, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like 9 years old when I was
Yeah.
watching Sailor Moon, and fast forward to never watching anime until I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
So you know?
Yeah, so I watched Sailor Moon like 17 times. I watched it in Japanese and I watched it in English.
Okay.
And I compared the two. So in America, they changed her name to Serena.
Okay.
So she's Serena, and then you have Princess Serenity when she transforms. In Japan, it's Usagi.
Usagi,
And it's like
rabbit.
Yeah, and it's like why? What does it mean? I don't even understand understand that, but for them, that's their thing. So when she's screaming and Darien is screaming, it's like Usagi, and it's mad funny. It's mad funny.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Now we know her name.
Yeah.
That was like, I know her name is something beyond Sailor Moon.
Her name's Sailor. Their first name Sailor, last name Moon.
Sailor Moon.
No way. No, the characters, when they got the clothes, that's not like regular clothes and stuff like that. That's when she's actually her schoolgirl Serena self.
Gotcha. What about you, Ash? What's your journey?
Yeah.
So as you guys know, my favorite anime is Bleach. So I did start with the standards of the Pokemons, the Narutos, the Bleach, and all of those things.
Classic.
But I didn't realize that I was like kind of obsessed with like dark fantasy anime until recently. I was bored one day and I took a spreadsheet and I kind of wrote down a few of my stuff. And
We love a good spreadsheet.
Right, we love a spreadsheet. And I realized, I was like, wow, I watch a lot of dark fantasy. And I feel like it started with Monster, which is on Netflix now.
That's a dark one, yeah.
Yo, and I'm like, I am obsessed with psychological thrillers.
Okay.
When I was in my freshman year of college and stuff like that, I just finally leaving home, 18 years old. I didn't want to go back home for spring break, so I decided to just stay on campus and work. And Monster got me through that whole entire spring break week because I was obsessed. I was just thinking about the morality of people and others. If you guys haven't watched Monster yet, y'all need to, because I feel like that's where my obsession with dark fantasy came from. So it's the whole vibe for me and Monster.
Okay.
Nice.
And so for you guys, right, like, out of all the anime you've seen, what is an anime that you would love to see have a reboot in like 2024 or 2025? So, redoing the whole series, drawing it again, updating it, or maybe even taking the older animation and bringing it to like a new generation of kids to watch or people to watch. Like, what would y'all love to see?
See, it's like a twist up for me, because a lot of people say that it's not necessary to do reboots anymore, leave it where it is in the past. I feel that way, but if the kids today got to experience like kind of like, how Full Metal Alchemist had the original and then the reboot Brotherhood, if they got a shorter, quicker version of Hitman Reborn, I think that they would be obsessed with that, because that was a shonen that was like slept on. People didn't, and it had like it was a very strong like storyline too. It was like 200 episodes plus.
Damn.
Yeah, no, that's a long show.
Yeah,
they don't even make shows like that no more.
Maybe like 45 episodes. Woof, we're
No,
done.
like kids today don't even know.
Yeah.
But I feel like if kids got to see Hitman Reborn, the powers, there was a little bit of mob ties in there, so you got a little bit of that. You got a little bit of trust. You had to build teams because of the teamwork, the network, and you really rooted for the guy. It's kind of like a Yugi situation where he had a different personality. He changed when his powers came in, but it was like a bloodline thing because of the Italian mafia stuff. So it was dope. Like Hitman Reborn, if they rebooted that, everybody would be on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think for me, it would there's not a reboot. I'm just waiting for Nana to finish. So the manga continued, and they never continued with the anime. Yeah, so and there's an anniversary coming up pretty soon. So for me, it's just like I know what happened, but to have that animated and to have the music was quite honestly
it's
impeccable. The fashion, all of that color, and there's opportunity to redesign it, redraw it if they wanted to. But even the style of illustration was so gorgeous, just to remind people of how that style of animation was done before.
Facts.
Because a lot of like that Baruto style is like a little bit too modern for me. There's something slightly different and more elegant and elongated about these characters that I think it'd be really cool to see.
I like your words.
So,
I like your words.
Because it's Nana. Like, you gotta respect that.
Yeah.
So, Nana for me, like, just finish it.
No, that's a fact. I think especially Nana will work right now because, like, especially in the fashion world, a lot of the girls are on, like, their Y2K. Kind of like, a lot of fashion girls use Nana as a reference for their style. Like, my roommate, she started, like, collecting this whole thing. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, bro, this is the inspo. And I'm like, oh, what is Nana? I start watching. I'm like, nah, they fly as hell.
You get it. You
so
need the platform
I need both those reboots. Like, that'd be so fire. Yeah. Okay. All right. Next question, guys, is what is the best part of being a female anime fan?
I think for us is just like fawning over the guys.
1,000%. I was just gonna say that. I wasn't sure if I could talk about that. Absolutely. Let me tell you something. This morning I was on Instagram and I saw that there was a woman that just married the first AI, and I looked at her and I'm like, I cannot wait. I'm so sorry. I'm so single. It's scary. I cannot wait till it's just like you can get married to an anime character, because I 1,000, and we argue about this all the time. We go back and forth about AI, whether it's like you're pro AI or not. And right now I'm like, I'm not interested in AI. The moment I saw the possibility to marry an AI, I was like, Itachi, you have my husband.
Yeah.
I will be with you in spirit, in life, right now. So I think for me, as a single woman, the best part about being an anime fan is just fawning over the men, thinking about the men, looking at the men, pretending what it would be like to be with the men. It's all about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, make no mistake, guys. As soon as we meet a guy, in our mind, we automatically think about our life together. Like, we could just be walking and passing. Women are crazy. It's okay. I'm okay to admit that. Women are crazy. We could just walk past each other. I stare at you, you stare at me. We lock eyes. That's it. I saw 3 of our kids already in my mind. I know what state we're moving to. I know how we're going to take care of the in-laws later. Like,
private school, public school for the kids. It's already settled.
So to be able to do that with a fictional character and then bring that to reality for us in our mind, because these stories are so like good and captivating. That's what it is for us. It's
That's
like,
crazy.
oh my God, we get to make up life stories with these people.
Bro, imagine like you're chilling with your girl. You wake up, you see she got a text, and it's like, who the fuck is Gojo?
Yeah. Bro, like, yo,
Good morning, babe.
delete his number. Don't text him back.
You with Kevin right now? You want me to do a mini expansion real quick?
I just sent a selfie.
You gonna send a blue through your house?
Oh, like, I read the manga.
No, that's it. That's it, literally.
Yeah, speaking about fawning over anime men, let's do something interesting. What I want you two to do is your top 5 anime, what are they called again? Husbandos?
Yeah.
But y'all have to agree on it.
We have to agree on it.
Your top 5 as a unit, as AniTOMO.
As a unit. Oh, that's difficult.
Do we even have the same taste in men?
We don't.
I don't think we've ever had this conversation.
We don't.
Can we just start spitting stuff out?
Let's go. Throw some out there.
Number 1 is Itachi.
I don't know. Y'all know me. I'm a Madara girl. Like, y'all know me.
That's opposite.
She likes some
Y'all
toxic.
know me.
That's like
I'm
a-
bit toxic. Y'all know
Wow.
I'm bit
Said I
toxic.
want an older man.
Only
Real
with the
old.
black hair first ones. Yeah.
We like the founders of
What about Levi?
I could do a Levi.
Okay,
I could do a
Levi's on that list.
I like Levi because he's a clean man. He'll keep the whole house together. I like that. He can take care of everything. Yeah.
0 from Vampire Night.
Yeah.
White
Okay,
hair,
we got
purple
2.
eyes.
Okay.
White hair,
We
purple
could do a
eyes
0.
every
White
single
hair,
time.
purple
All right,
eyes.
you go.
That.
What's somebody else number 5?
Ooh, okay, Ichigo. Bleach. Have you ever seen Bleach?
No, I have.
Oh, she not feeling them.
Not feeling them.
She
No,
not feeling
no,
them.
why? You know why? Because in that show, you know who really is a star?
Talk
Who's
about
the
it.
star?
Talk about it.
Aizen.
Ooh.
Aizen.
That's
Damn.
hard.
Wait, Aizen with the glasses or without the glasses,
He made
though?
him.
Gotta be
Because
without the
I know who
glasses.
I
Gotta be
knew.
without the
glasses.
I knew what you were before you took your first breath.
Damn.
See, how do you not sleep with somebody like that? Because that means, like, what, you know what position I want before I even have it. Like, I'm so scared.
That's true. No, that's absolutely true. But now I'm scared because I feel like that it literally the trust issues. Now I don't know if it's really me making a decision. Is it me making a decision or is it you? Like, I don't know.
But maybe that's showing that maybe I want you to make the decisions for me.
That's the
facts.
real sub dom. There we go. Okay,
Okay.
I might agree on the Aizen.
Well,
I
so
think
we're throwing
are.
Aizen as number 3.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay, number 3. We got 2
Alright.
more. 2 more.
I said 2, so you go.
Aizen might be the biggest gaslighter on the planet.
Bro, he might have gaslit you saying that. You didn't say that, bro.
Like, I didn't cheat on you.
We might get canceled for that third. Not the manipulation. Okay, so I'm gonna go with Zoro.
Ooh, okay.
1000%
There we
House of
go.
Zoro.
we
There
got
we
number
go.
4.
There we go.
I do have an issue with alcoholism, but I think did he come out of that?
Listen,
Or does he become more of an alcoholic with time?
I think we just accept it.
We accept it. It's one of those things,
Yes.
you know, the drunk uncle
a
in the back.
functional alcoholic.
He was definitely knocking him back in
Yeah,
one,
and
though.
he's
He's
fine.
definitely a functional
But
alcoholic.
his body amazing,
Oh.
and he will always be there. And that pain that he took, I will never forget it.
Yeah.
I will never forget
Okay,
it.
you
A
talking about
ride or
the
die
Paul
to
Paul?
loyal.
Because I'm a wild card. I'm a lot to handle, which means that all the emotions I will give him, he can take it. He'll be like, I got you. I love you. It's all good.
That's it.
Okay.
all right,
That's it.
number 5.
Number 5. This is gonna be a tricky one. Do you have one?
I don't think I have one. Sensual Phrase, but have you read that manga? Sensual
no.
Phrase? Okay, nope. Man, Signs of Affection, that new white hair boy?
No.
Okay,
You
no.
like that one?
Yes, I do. I have a thing with white hair. If it's white hair, it's everything for
Oh,
me.
if you do it right here, Kakashi.
Yes.
If we do it right here.
Kakashi,
We can do
okay.
Kakashi. Yeah.
I don't know how-
Kakashi was a Kakashi before Gojo was a thing. Like
Yes,
Kakashi
100%.
was that
Oh,
guy.
Gojo.
Yeah.
You know what? Can we take Kakashi out and put Gojo?
You just said he was Gojo before Gojo, but Gojo.
She said he did it better.
Those eyes. Those eyes.
I love his eyes, but but I feel like Kakashi was the brain of what Gojo is now. Like, just the idea of it. I feel like they took a lot from Naruto.
You know, and Kakashi ages very well.
That's another thing I'm saying.
This man is possibly
You
62.
seen Kakashi without his mask? You see Kakashi without his
that Cindy Crawford little
role they gave
where it
him?
was here.
I was like,
I think it was
y'all played. Y'all played with that one.
All right, Kakashi number 5.
Okay,
We're gonna confirm Kakashi
Kakashi number 5.
There we go. There we go.
Okay.
That's a good list. That's a good list.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't even know if I can think of my top 5 waifus.
No. And agree on them?
Yeah.
And agree is crazy.
All right, give me one.
Ooh.
One
One?
that you both can agree on.
Damn, one
Oh,
that we
that's
both could
dangerous.
agree on?
That's
Okay.
dangerous.
Yoriichi.
Yoriichi?
You see?
Nah, I'm more of a Matsumoto type of boy.
Oh, okay.
Okay, with the knockers. Got
Okay,
you, got
okay.
you.
My bad.
She gotta throw an anime at us.
Yo, Shizune.
From Naruto?
Yeah, Shizune. No,
I don't know.
no.
I'd go Tsunade over Shizune.
Tsunade?
Yeah.
I mean, I can do Tsunade too. She's still looking good at like 82. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
that's
lie.
a
Yeah,
fact.
no, that
All right.
healing jutsu, let's do it.
Come on, Shizune's supposed to. What?
Nah, Shizune's like a nun to me, bro.
Bro, you know Shizune is like she's the low key auntie of the Leaf, bro. She's
Yeah.
been doing her thing, bro.
If
Let
you
her
say
live.
so.
And she's next to Tsunade all day. You know she's getting them free. What is it called again? The 1,000
Botox?
Yeah,
Thousand
yeah,
Botox
yeah,
for
yeah,
free,
yeah.
bro.
That's
She
what I'm telling you.
lives.
That's what I'm telling you.
Shizune said, "I'm gonna be her right hand man for a reason."
Yeah.
Like,
All right, let me show you a picture of Shizune, and you tell me. You must have forgot.
nah, you gotta do Shizune after hours, bro. Come on, man.
That's crazy. Why we pulling the triple X over here? This is Shizune.
Yeah.
She's
Come
regular.
on.
She
Yeah.
regular, bro.
No, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Shizune is regular.
Quite basic. I'm sorry, Jay.
I don't know. Shizune need love too.
Yeah.
J. Cole just picking to somebody basic because his girl's in the background right now.
Can't pick no Tsunade's out here. It's a little dangerous.
You look at him bring up that Matsumoto bitch.
Right,
Oh
right,
my god.
We know why he does that.
Oh, Yoriichi though?
All right. Last question as far as this portion of it is, what's the worst part about being a female anime fan?
For me, I would feel like it's not enough representation.
Talk
I need
about it.
more female shonen. I keep saying it. I keep feeling it. There needs to be more. I feel like we don't have enough female writers, and maybe that's changing in the last few years. But I feel like most of the shows we watch that's full of females, it's for fan service. It's the shots up the skirt. It's the boobs bouncing. It's, oh my gosh, I need help. You know, we don't really need that. We have enough of that. That's its own genre. Let's bring out the strong female characters. I used to watch a show called Slayers. It was about
Slayers is fire.
Slayers is fire,
bro. I like
Let's
Slayers.
bring back Slayers.
Yeah.
This is a small, flat-chested female witch that could body a god. Like,
Facts.
let's bring that out.
What's
And I
that
was
joint? Claymore?
yeah,
Yo,
Claymore was
go crazy.
cool too. That's what I'm saying.
Or the
like,
Face series
What
too,
about Kill la
technically.
Kill?
Yeah.
Kill la Kill
Yeah.
as well was really
Kill la
good.
Kill
That's
was
a
good,
one.
but that's full of fan service.
Yeah, Kill la Kill is only
Quite literally, she powers up by stripping down
Yo.
and getting more stripped.
Yeah.
that
And
whole
then putting
anime
bodies.
was crazy.
I can't watch it because of the fan service. It just makes me uncomfortable.
It's uncomfortable, but it does have a great, excellent story. So that's one of the caveats of it. But let's get more female shonen going. We don't need the fan service. It's calm, it's cute. Throw it in there every couple of episodes. Throw in there with the beach episode. But let's get the real fighting females.
You know that makes me think of, oh my God, help me out.
Talk about
My
it.
Hero Academia. I don't want to spoil, but she's
Mirko?
like Miss America.
Stars and Stripes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, so she kind of gives me China from the WWE, like
Okay.
the Attitude Era.
Okay,
And
okay.
when I saw her at the top of the season, I was like, I love her.
Yeah.
That
That
shit's
woman
great.
for me is everything. So I feel like I don't really have any issues as a woman when I think about anime, because for me, anime is such a personal experience.
Yeah.
It's only now as I've taken over this role producing AniTOMO that I'm like, okay, there's all this bigger thing. But before, it was intimate for me. It was
Yeah.
something that I found, and it was for me. I was that girl in her room. Close the door. I'm reading my manga.
I love that.
Close the door. Or like I'm watching anime. So like if I'm watching anime and the people are around me and
Yeah.
they're like, oh gosh, she's watching anime. Like for the fans that aren't fans, the
Yeah.
people that aren't fans, excuse me.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, she's in her moment and a bubble would come around me. So it's just, okay, that was just for me. But I'm now only having this larger community of fans. So I don't have anything where I can say like, as a female anime fan, I'm having an issue with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of just like in a bubble.
Not that. I just wanted to point. No, keep going.
Yeah. So that's basically it. I can't really
No,
think of
this is
anything
next.
else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, they got the guns.
Yeah.
Not yet. Don't worry, we're gonna surprise you with that one.
We're just preparing for later. I'll keep it tucked.
Keep it on us.
All right. So we do have some anime news out for you guys too. All right, guys. So the first part is that Suicide Squad is getting an anime adaptation coming soon.
Called
Do we know
Suicide
which?
Squad Isekai.
Ooh, do we know what studio is doing it?
Wit.
Oh, whoa.
Wit.
Wit is a good
Okay.
studio.
Wit's doing it.
Okay, so Suicide Squad is a Western IP. You know, it's a Western series.
Absolutely.
I just want to know for you guys, how do you feel about Western series getting like anime adaptations?
Do not care.
Do you don't care?
Not interested. As an anime fan, it's like I see what you're doing. Like if you're gonna try to play to me, if you're gonna try to leverage different IPs and like we talked about this all the time. General Mills has Goku.
Yeah.
Puma is making One Piece sneakers.
Yeah.
You're not gonna find me.
Really?
You're not gonna find me on stuff like that because
Yeah.
again, when I discovered manga, when I discovered anime, it was something that was very sacred for me. So it's a very personal thing, and a lot of people can understand that. So the idea now that they're flipping it, I know what you're doing, America.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
get it.
You realize that the weirdos, the people that honestly were never weird, were just people that appreciate really great storytelling. So technically, you're the weird one.
Facts.
If
And
you don't
great
act-
animation.
What are
Facts.
we talking about?
Facts.
You made me feel weird because I realized that this is incredible storytelling. Now
Facts.
you're onto it,
Yeah.
and now you're trying to anything that you can make anime. You're gonna make anime. You think I'm gonna buy it? I'm not interested. You know how much anime is out there that I have not watched that are classics? I have a
Endless.
library of
Yeah.
things that I can be watching, other than something that is a Western adaptation.
Oh,
That
true.
being said, artists are artists.
Right.
I think it'll be great. I don't know if it'll be great, but quite frankly, like I told you guys earlier,
Yeah.
I'm still in Dressrosa 5 years later. I have a focus. I have tasks and priorities. So that's where I am right now.
So I actually disagree.
Ooh.
Yeah. No, so the reason that I disagree is because I feel like we need that cultural exchange. I feel like there's so much that we can take from them and they can take from us to like grow the brand.
Yeah.
DC and Marvel is huge here. I'm
Facts.
sure it is over there as well, but it's gonna get even bigger because they're making these anime adaptations. If we didn't have this cultural exchange, we wouldn't have games like Devil May Cry. We wouldn't have Final Fantasy. We wouldn't have all of those things that came from
Kingdom
Japan.
Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts. That stuff that's Disney crossover with Japan. Like we wouldn't have all of those things. So I think I like that they're doing all of this stuff.
Yeah.
I just want them to do it better.
Of course.
Because the Blade anime was whack.
Yeah.
The Wolverine anime was whack.
Okay.
Like, let's
Star
do
Wars
it better.
anime, did you guys check that out at all?
I haven't seen that
I
one.
haven't seen it either. So that's how we know how it is. Now, is there
If you guys know how to do it and you do it well,
Yeah.
then you'll have the fan base and it
Yeah.
will go well in Japan as well. Like just do it right.
now,
Just
is
do
there
it
like
right.
is there a Western series that you would love to see get an anime adaptation? Like a story that you feel like would do better in anime?
Ooh, that
If
is
you're gonna
such a
ask
good
this question, you gotta hold the gun to their face.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
Ask the question again.
Okay. All right, bro.
I'm sorry we have to do this to you, ladies.
What are the top 4 Western series that you would like to see get an anime
Top
adaptation?
4 is nuts.
Oh my god! You know what's so crazy? I feel like South Park or The Simpsons had played around and did something. So The Simpsons is number 1.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Oh, The Simpsons would be
that one on the
crazy.
list.
Simpsons is number 1.
Okay.
Number 2.
SpongeBob because they already started on
Okay.
online.
SpongeBob.
Okay.
Okay.
SpongeBob. That would be fire. That would be fire if it was an anime.
Okay.
Oh my god!
I got one.
Which one?
Watchmen. Has anyone ever seen
Oh,
Watchmen?
that would be a good one.
Okay.
Dark
That would be a
story
good
in
one.
an anime.
That would be a good one.
It would be Chef's
Gotcha.
Kiss.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
That
Why
would be
not?
crazy.
That would
Okay.
be fire.
That's
Could you
crazy.
imagine?
Yo.
I take you in your dreams. You're never sleeping.
can put the gun down now.
You're never sleeping. Two more.
Oh, not
No, that was 4 total.
challenge.
It was 4 total.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
if you wanna throw an honorary
spitting. Let's
mention
go,
in
let's
there,
go.
go for it.
I would love to
yeah.
see Adventure Time as an anime.
Adventure Time
That
would
would
be
go
good.
crazy.
That'd be a good one.
Because they held back too much. 5th season, bro loses his arm. I'm like, whoa, that's anime like. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
real.
I got one for
Yeah.
you right now. Harry Potter as an anime.
Oh, Harry
that would
Potter
be
would go
so
so
good.
crazy. Just 7 movies, 7
Yeah.
anime movies.
That would be
That's all you
crazy.
need.
I'm saying
Crazy.
Saved by the Bell. I don't care. Saved by the Bell.
Saved by
That
the
would be
Bell
a
would be
perfect slice
hard.
of life.
Are you
high school
kidding me?
anime.
Saved
I like
by
that.
Right? Zach and Kelly, that breakup changed
Oh
my
yeah,
life.
yeah. That would.
Can you imagine recreating that? I'm just
True.
saying.
We
Yeah.
can't give them
that.
too many ideas because they're going to start making friends as an anime.
Yeah.
You like that?
That's her vibe.
Friends.
That's her vibe. If we get friends, all I ask is that they also do girlfriends.
Oh,
that's all I ask.
okay.
That's all I ask. That's all I ask.
Okay,
and I'll throw in Martin.
There we go. There we go.
Fresh Prince.
Family matters.
Family matters.
I want family matters.
You see, now we getting ahead of ourselves. It's a little too dark.
You won't have to have Tyler Perry get his own animation
Right,
studio.
right,
Mess around. This is the Tyler Perry Animation Studios. We got Medea here.
There we go.
Medea goes to Kyoto.
Medea busts out a Rasengan. I am Jet.
And has her gun on her back on fire.
Yo, Norbit would be crazy as anime
Oh my
too.
God,
Because it
yeah.
was so animated too. That and what's the other one with the Dr. Doolittle?
Dr. Doolittle
Yeah,
or
like
Nutty
so many
Professor.
fantasy things.
Any old school Eddie Murphy movie would be a
Yeah.
fire like comedy anime.
Stuart Little.
Fat Albert.
Albert.
Yeah.
We giving y'all
Facts.
too much
Yeah,
sauce.
it's too much.
But
It's
y'all
too
know what to
much.
do. If y'all really love us, this is what you got to do. This is Keeping It 9000, New York City's anime podcast.
Yes, sir.
Please give us a follow everywhere at Keeping It 9000. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. And later on in the episode, you could hit the like button and throw a comment about what was your favorite part of the episode.
Facts,
we also have
facts.
a Discord if you would like to chime in and talk to us about anime.
Yep. And if you're watching on TikTok right now, give us a follow. We talk about dope anime stuff all the time. We always have wonderful, amazing guests like these two over here. Keeping It 9000 is a vibe. We're going to this top. Be there to watch us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So let's get started. We're going to start off with our anime review. Okay. So this is where you guys can now tell us about the anime that are currently your favorite anime. So what's in your current rotation of anime?
Okay. So I just finished Apothecary Diary, and that was chef's kiss for me. Like from the animation to the pacing of the story to giving us the background and breakdown of her life, the main character's life, as well as the background and breakdown of historical Japan.
Break down what the show's about.
So Apothecary Diary is basically about like kind of like a caste system. Back in the day in ancient Asian culture, they had the poor people, the actual emperor, and then it was like everything in between. So concubines was a part of that everything in between. They were really, really fancy concubines, really, really important ones that actually gave heirs to the emperor. And then they were really, really like expensive prostitutes, for lack of a better word. So the prostitutes had their own district. It was very, very cool, very dope. And then the actual concubine stayed in the palace. So the apothecary, the main character, she was apothecary in training, and she got to live kind of in both worlds. So you're watching her go through both worlds with a little bit of a Dr. Stone twist because she's making herbs for people. She's healing people. She's finding out mysterious stories and stuff like that. Like the show itself was fire, and I think everybody would love it because it's something that's kind of relatable because you're watching a girl go through life. I guess it's relatable to me because I'm going through life and she's doing it in the most holistic way, and she's so humble about it. Like she's hyper intelligent, but she's humble. Like I love that.
That's so.
All right. What is in your rotation? Right
I
now?
feel like not that much. So a lot of people think
Dressrosa.
Again, when you start putting together an anime convention and you're doing it with crumbs in your wallet, you start to realize that it takes over a lot of your life, and while you're also holding down your job and your life and having friends and being a daughter to a mom, like all the things that come with having a life, that you suddenly realize you don't have time to binge anime anymore, which is frightening because I'm like, oh snap, we're putting together this anime convention and I haven't even been keeping up with things.
Oh, man.
So of course I did see Demon Slayer in theaters when it was released at Regal.
Nice.
That special screening. That was fantastic.
That was
Loved
fire.
it. Great animation. Gorgeous. So excited to keep going on with that. And then My Hero Academia. I watched the first 2 episodes. Excited about that.
What do you think about this season so far?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know what everybody else has been talking about, like the last season. I was just like, I think it's been quite incredible.
It's kind of peak. It's
and
pretty good.
I am all the way in. The first episode was surprisingly fantastic because there's been previous seasons, of My Hero where the first episode is just like, here's a recap. Kind of. You made me wait a year for a recap. Thank you. But this one was all in. You would have thought we were 6 episodes in. I was like, what the fudge is going on?
Facts.
And I was great. It was great.
Yeah.
And beyond that, I'm just really looking forward to film. So I saw Spy X Family in theaters.
Okay.
That was cute. Had never seen an episode, but the film caught me. I'm all in now.
Oh, I'm so glad. It's
Interesting.
a great show.
It's a great show. That mother, I love her.
Yeah.
Whoever she is, I want to be her.
The assassin.
The assassin. And then finally, I'm
Yor?
looking forward to Blue Lock coming to theaters. I think that film is going to be incredible.
Yeah.
But I'm really like behind. So if you ever see me in person, I am full of crap. If I ever say something to you and I'm just like, oh my God, what are you watching? I'm going to watch it for sure. Lying. I have 100 episodes I have so many lists of things that people have recommended to me. And I'm like, yeah, I should watch that. I'm like, I'm going to watch it. No, you're not. Stop lying to yourself and to your friends.
What are your top 3 shows for that reason?
To watch when you want.
Okay, so honestly, Windbreakers, I hear of great things about it.
Good things.
It's like Tokyo Revengers, but better apparently. And I was like, better than Tokyo Revengers? Possibly. Number 2 would be Solo Leveling.
Yeah.
I did not
gotta get on
think that was going to be a big hit. I thought because there was a lot of mixed reviews at the top, and now everybody's talking about it.
It's
and
up
for
there.
me, I'm like, do I care? But it's when it gets to a point where the fandom is so strong
you have
to care.
Yeah.
Or else you're out of the community. You're homeless.
Yeah.
I don't want to be homeless. I don't even cold in these
That's
streets.
me. I like being homeless, guys.
No, I like to be in these streets. I'm not in the streets. I'm cold. And I think those are like the 2 big ones. And then A Sign of Affection is a really cute shoujo that everybody's talking about. I'm reading the manga, but I haven't started the anime. But those 3 things I think are where I would start. No! Kaiju. There's something called Kaiju.
Kaiju number 8. Kaiju number 8 is up there.
I heard that's another one that's like a big deal.
Yeah.
Am I missing something?
No, you hit all the good
Those
ones.
are
I
big
think.
ones? Okay.
Yeah, I think Kaiju number 8 is especially special, especially for us, because like as being anime fans, like we're not 16 anymore.
Yeah.
It's an anime where the protagonist is an adult and he's following his final dream. He finally gets to do the thing that he wants to do. Because you always, especially as an older anime fan, you realize like all these guys are like 16, 15, 13. It's starting to become a little bit unrelatable for us. But now it's like, we have people who look just like us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like Zom 100 a little bit in that
a little
way.
bit, yeah.
That's so interesting. That makes me think that if you are in your late 20s or 30s and you're relating still, is that a concern? Because quite frankly, I am still relating to these characters, and I'm like, gross, Eileen. Not happening.
I think it's still a good thing because there's parts of you. Everybody has different parts of them. So maybe that touches the inner child of you.
Exactly. We all have different eras. Like right now I'm watching Slam Dunk and I'm like, I remember sucking at basketball and going through all the pains that he's going through. I could not shoot to save my life. I'm mad big. They put me at center. I can't do shit. He was there.
I remember seeing J. Cole suck at basketball.
Have you seen the Slam Dunk film?
I haven't yet. So I'm gonna catch up to the anime and then I'm gonna read the manga and then I'm gonna watch the movie.
Do you think, going back to your previous question, we should have an anime based on the Knicks?
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Wow.
Just like
team
the
that just keeps
curse of the
losing,
Knicks.
like
the
Will
curse
the
of the
Knicks never
Knicks.
win?
That's the perfect underdog story.
That is.
Yeah,
we root for them because we want to see them actually do
But
it.
every season we just see them lose.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They haven't gotten this close in 20 years.
Yeah, no.
They haven't gotten this close in like
This is
24 years.
No, I get it. It's dope to see as a New Yorker them getting closer and closer. I'm saying if I'm watching an anime and you haven't won like at the end of every season, I'm gonna be like, yo.
One Piece. I feel like One Piece is a forever. It's a growth to get to the One Piece. How many times has he gone down?
Winning.
But I think that's what would make it interesting. Test your anime fans.
Yeah.
Can you actually stay with me are you really worthy to be a part of this pirate crew?
Okay.
Doubt
How
it.
long will you stay with me?
Okay.
I doubt that this generation could last that long.
Yeah,
The
no.
instant gratification generation, they're not staying with
But
an
the
anime like
one
that.
time that the Knicks does win one time, we could push that into production.
That's
We're going
it.
straight
That's
forward
it.
with it.
Just that
Yes.
season will be that one arc.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
12 episodes.
New York will
12
not know
episodes.
what to do.
Facts.
We need every New York character in there. We need Cameron. We need Jim Jones.
Yeah, we need
100%.
We need the
We
We
need-
Outside.
we need the
here. We need
crackheads.
Ice Spice in there. Like,
We
come
need
on.
all the crackheads to be in there too. It has to be a part of it. Everything.
Oh my
Everything.
God. Every part of it. Yes,
I am
sir.
dead, yeah.
Roids.
So apart from the anime review, now you brought this up already, and it's on your shirt. AniTOMO Con.
Yeah.
Bring us through the
About it.
story of it. Like, what created it? What was the ideas that created it? And like, exactly how did AniTOMO Con become a thing, and where is it going?
Great question. So pandemic happened. Everybody was losing their job. I worked at a community center in East New York.
Yeah.
And it was either come up with a program to keep your job alive because we're going remote, or you're not going to have a job. So I came up, I was like, I'll do an anime club with our teens and our young adult members.
Yeah.
The club was small and intimate, but it was fiery. And then fast forward to pandemic, we're coming out of that. An after school program in East New York was looking for something to engage with the elementary students. And they were like, hey, these kids are talking about anime all day and we don't know what they're talking about. But we know that you're an anime person. Can you do an after school program? Boom. So then I taught an anime after school class for a year.
That's
It was
cool.
it was so much fun. We would race with chopsticks, like how to pick up a jelly bean with a chopstick. We would do like Japanese cultural things and then also talk about anime news. Yeah. And it was great. And then the Book and Public Library had a grant called the Incubator Program, okay? $10,000 to any single person who had an idea to revitalize their community in partnership with their local library. So New Lots Library and myself, we ran with this idea, and I was like, you know what? The idea that I want to pitch is that I'm so tired of having fans, POC fans from marginalized communities, which are not marginalized communities really, they're trailblazing communities, let's be real. Brownsville, East New York, Flashbook, Crown Heights, Canarsie, these are trailblazing communities. Culture shifters are in this community, right?
100%.
So
the Bronx. Right,
the Bronx.
Never forget that, you know what I'm saying, man? Shout out to Harlem,
you know the vibes,
Queens. So all of these different places, we're huge fans. But what I'm starting to notice with a lot of my young members is that they would start drawing all these different illustrations. I wanna do manga, and I'm like, okay, that's amazing. 2 weeks later, they would drop it, and I'm like, what happens to your manga? Well, I mean, I'm not Japanese. I don't speak Japanese, and I'll probably never go to Japan, and I don't even understand how to animate or distribute. Boom, they create their own barriers. Why? Why do we create our own barriers? It's set up for us to feel that way. So basically, we get to be consumers, not creators. So I said, I'm going to pitch an anime convention that's for everybody, all races, all sizes and shapes, wherever you are, but it would be designed by people from our communities.
Okay.
And then I got to $10,000, and we launched our first inaugural convention at the Brooklyn Heights Library, and it was great. We had 500 people attend, I believe, but we had 1,000 people sign up.
Over 1,000 people signed up.
Yeah,
we had so many partners. Shout out to Anime NYC who like blasted us and partnered up with us to get so many signups. By the way, guys, the convention is free. That's one thing that sets us apart from other conventions. Like anime conventions, they're great and they're amazing, and you can interact and engage with like-minded peers and individuals. But AniTOMO is different because we are giving it back to the people. Like it is created from the minds of the people in the communities that can't really get access to that stuff. You know, like when I first went to a convention, I dropped like $65. Now for a 3-day ticket, you're dropping double that,
bro. You got to
triple
drop a
that.
check on that.
Yeah.
And you gotta wait in line. God forbid you missed the drop.
God
oh my
forbid.
God, yo, bro.
It was just a
Gotta
lack
buy
of
those resale.
That's it.
I thought Jordans were hard to get. I get Supreme in my sleep. Anime Con tickets? Nope. Yo, Dream Con tickets?
Oh my
bro,
God.
I had like 6 months of it. We finally got it, but
Forget about it.
Insane, bro.
It's crazy.
But that's what it is. It shows you the lack of accessibility. So I feel like AniTOMO brings that back. It's a free convention where everything involved in it is for the people, by the people. You are learning, engaging, interacting, doing things you never thought you could before. You get to learn how to make manga. You get to learn how to voice act. You get to learn what Japanese culture is, and we're just giving it to you. Like that separates it, and that's what makes it so big. And just because it's in its second year doesn't mean it's going to be huge. I see so much big things for AniTOMO.
There's a lot of potential.
Yeah.
And you know, like speaking of a lot of potential in it, like where do you guys feel like you would like to take it? Like what is your ultimate goals for AniTOMO as a convention?
And I love this question because I feel like me and Ashley have two different visions. But for me, I actually feel like the mission of AniTOMO, we've already reached it. So I am like AniTOMO is the Pirate King. We've already won. We've attained it. Whatever it is,
that's fire.
We are it. The One Piece has been claimed. And the reason what is that, right? What is the One Piece for us? Well, the idea was access, that we would exist in certain spaces that we don't typically exist in. So shout out to Japan Society. They have been an incredible supporter. They acknowledge us, and they're like, whenever we have a special screening, we're going to reach out to AniTOMO and secure seats for you, because when we look out to the audience, we want to know that AniTOMO friends are in that space. Shout out to the Town Hall, a premier music venue in New York City. All the great musicians have gone through the Town Hall. I haven't even been to the Town Hall until I created the AniTOMO Con. Now, when you look out into the audience, they make time and space for us there. Shout out to MOMI, Museum of Moving Images. They're another one. Shout out to Anime NYC.
Coming soon.
Another one. Shout out to the New York International Children's Film Festival, which just created Club Anime. They're now acknowledging that when they're premiering anime films, that they're getting these large crowds. And you know what? We need a club for them so that they can represent their fandom at our festival. And so they think about AniTOMO. So technically, we are now existing in these very spaces that to me probably had high income folks predominantly white folks in these spaces. And now it's like, no, when you look across, you're going to see folks that look like us.
Yeah.
And so we're there. We really are. The convention has become one small part of what we really are.
Yeah.
So that's, for me, we were already one.
See, for me, I feel like we only at the red line. I feel like we nowhere near what the potential could be. And I feel like that because I'm the director of marketing for AniTOMO. So like I see the vision, I hear people, I'm like in the ground getting the engagement, getting the feedback. I can see what people are looking for, and I can see that this can be bigger than just here.
Yeah.
Do you know how many marginalized, quote unquote marginalized communities there are across America? You know, we wouldn't be the first convention to franchise. Comic-Con has a San Francisco and a New York, you know, like that's something that could happen. We could take the bylaws of AniTOMO and reproduce it somewhere else. Reproduce it in a space that needs it. You don't think Compton would love an AniTOMO?
Oh, that'd be fire.
You tell me that you kidding me?
Bring
You
that to
don't
Chicago.
think you don't think Chicago would love an AniTOMO?
Miami, South,
Come
Philly.
on. Philly would love an
Philly.
AniTOMO.
Baltimore.
Keep going.
I see franchising. I see the fact that she has brought this to a place that needed it, and we can just expand on that. We can make it bigger. Right now, it's a baby. Yeah. It's literally a baby at the baby steps. It's just starting to walk because we're on our literally second year.
Yeah.
Think about what could happen in 5 years, or if we actually get a grant.
It's like a baby that's a genius. You know, like a baby that can talk. It's just like, your baby's only 2. Just like, yes, I'm 2. Can you pass me my apple juice, please?
Yeah.
So I guess maybe that's where we are. But you know what I love about what you're saying is that a lot of people that have reached out to us on our Instagram or when we meet them in person, when they say things like, thank you so much, AniTOMO has changed my life. I'm like, well, excuse me? Thank you so much. AniTOMO's family for me. Thank you so much. This was the first convention I've ever been to. Yeah. This is the first convention I ever felt comfortable enough to cosplay or cosplayed at. That's when I realized, okay, AniTOMO has now become a character within itself. First, like, Naruto means a lot to me. Naruto feels like my imaginary friend, my friend. Yeah. And I feel like if AniTOMO is that for a lot of people, like, it can be your wellness character, something that makes you feel confident to come out and express yourself.
Right.
Well, dang. You know?
And that's a beautiful thing. That means that you guys are building a powerful brand, right? Because the thing about a brand is that, like, you have a certain vision for it, but it's up to the public to really craft the narrative and the actual perception of it. Right. So when they tell you, AniTOMO means this to me, AniTOMO means that to me, AniTOMO is a thing. Like, it is living and breathing, and it's in the ecosystem of the world. Like, that's beautiful.
Yeah, and to add on to that, just thinking about being kids, especially with Jay and I, we grew up watching anime. We've been friends since like the 2nd or 3rd grade. Facts. We didn't have a place that we could go to where it was just putting anime in our face. Facts. What we would do is we would either hang out at school or we would go to our own public library and just talk about anime amongst ourselves. But it wasn't. But honestly, there were times where the people who worked at the library would be like, "Yo, you too loud talking about the anime stuff. You either gotta be quiet or leave."
We're too loud, and AniTOMO is none of that.
But now it's a place that you can go to and you could express your love and joy for this medium for free, especially giving people who don't have the access to these other cons access to this con. That's amazing.
That's a fact. That is beautiful.
FYI, like, just shout out to libraries as well, because that's really where we started. And I always tell people, whenever you have a question or you're just looking for support or help, you like start at your library, because libraries have so many resources. But that's the thing, like, there's so much manga there. And I love now, like, schools, libraries, they understand that, like, that's like the number one like book
circulating
book that is circulating. And manga. It's bigger than they could really fully understand. And the final thing I'll say to this is, a lot of people, if they're wondering, like, what do you mean you go to different communities and you get their opinion? You never got my opinion. Well, the way that it works is that we've been going to high schools, and we go to high schools that are in high-risk neighborhoods and that show up online as low performing, not because of teachers, just because of the system. The system is so made to be against us, against teachers, against students. It's all messed up. But we've been going to different high schools, and then we do a think tank along with the librarian, and so each person gets to post it, and they get to write down, like, if I were to have this convention and program it, I want this, and we collect all those post-its, and then within our budget, we do what we can. So that's how we've been traveling around. Last year we went to different libraries. This year it's high schools, and we think that's how we're going to keep going with it.
It's called the AniTOMO Plus Ultra Tour, so we may be coming to a school near you.
Stay tuned.
Just stay tuned.
I'm gonna definitely slide y'all some info of some other grants that I think that might be perfectly aligned with y'all. Definitely let you know. Hopefully there's some alignment with that. But so speaking of AniTOMO, right? So we talked about the past, we talked about the future, what's going on this year at the 2024 AniTOMO Con. What's the vibes, guys?
Oh, okay. So the theme this year is Japan meets Brooklyn. And that we really got that theme because this is the first year we are going to be in Japan Village, in Industry City, Sunset, in Brooklyn, New York. So this is a major deal because Industry City and Japan Village is the largest Japanese destination in all of New York. Like, if you think Japan and anything Japanese, you're getting it there. You have the stores, the 99-cent store for them. You have the Sunrise Mart. You have all of those things all in one building. And then they have the actual themes. You have Book Off in there. So we are literally putting a free convention in a Japanese space.
Yeah.
That's not including all of the programs and workshops that we have that will make you feel like you're taking a trip to Japan. This year we have kimono fittings. You get to dress up like a samurai if you feel like it. You get to learn how to fight from an actual nonprofit called New York Budo Association.
Okay.
They literally teach you how to fight with wooden swords.
That's so cool.
Yeah, you get to do all of that. We have sumo wrestling. We're bringing maid cafes. We're bringing so much to you to make you feel like you are in Shibuya or in Akihabara or in just Japan in general.
Yeah.
Like,
We're bringing Annie pets too.
Yes.
We're bringing puppies that are dressed in cosplay.
Look
that's
at
cute
her
as hell.
excitement.
No, because I worked previous to this and still now I work at a lot of film festivals, and something that I saw at Sundance Film Festival many years ago is that they would have a space for you to hang out with puppies when when the festival became just too much, like over sensory, right? You just need a moment
like
to
a chill out
decompress.
space.
1000%. So you get to chill out with puppies, but they'll be dressed up in
cosplay.
So Annie
That's
pets.
dope.
Yeah, Annie
Oh,
pets.
that'd be so cute.
Yeah,
Oh my god. Y'all remember Kakashi's little squatted dogs?
Yeah.
That they never reintroduced. They
Exactly.
forgot about them dogs.
Exactly.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
There'll be an AniTOMO Con.
Kakashi go with pets. I know he's top 5.
There we go, and that's why.
Last time I checked, my boy Pakun ain't eaten in like 24 years.
Right.
Our final question for this segment about AniTOMO Con is, what was your favorite AniTOMO Con moment?
Oh wow, I had a few.
Talk about 'em.
I think for me it was the voice dubbing. So we have a program where you actually sit with a voice actor and you dub a 30-second clip of your favorite anime, and they don't just teach you how to say it or whatever. They explain to you what voice dubbing is. They explain to you the trajectory of your voice. You got to project. You got to sit up. They tell you everything about they tell you everything about what it is, and you can actually possibly do the profession just by seeing this. And then we email that 30-second clip to you, and now you have that as a keepsake. It's a clip of your favorite clip of your show and your voice. You hear that. That's fire to me.
Ooh, from the convention, honestly, I'm all about giving away prizes. And I know that sounds so random because honestly, my favorite thing about AniTOMO is just like what I said before, which is like now we exist in these spaces that maybe we weren't in before. So like that for me is like such a huge win when you're talking about major organizations like Japan Society. But I think for me, it's just watching the interaction that I was having at the top of every panel, because that's what we always do. We give out prizes all the time for free.
That's actually a part of our core values. On the hour, every hour of AniTOMO Convention, there's free stuff just given away.
That's fire.
To random people.
Pull up.
Okay, let me tell you where that came from. So the
stuff.
first year that I went to Anime NYC was their actual first year, and they were giving out prizes galore at the top of all these panels. And as the years have progressed, I realized the panels are so amazing, but I'm not getting as many free giveaways. And for me, I'm just like, I need free.
Yeah, I need free
so for AniTOMO Con, we were just like, no.
Yeah.
Every single, inspired by Anime NYC, at the top of every single panel, we're going to give out prizes, and at the end, and every hour on the hour, because this is free. No, I found my favorite moment. Let me tell you, so the first year, when we went on tour for AniTOMO Plus Ultra, and we were going to different libraries, I had met a few people. One person came to give her opinion about what a perfect anime convention would be. And a lot of them, when I asked them, well, how many of you have been to a convention? They were like, what is a convention? And that blew my mind. I was like, wait a minute, you love manga and anime, but you don't know what a convention is?
Yeah.
Assumptions torn down. So then we broke down what a convention was. One person had come and she was like, I'm not able to go to my prom because I can't afford it. And so I'm just hanging out here with you guys today. I was like, okay. Another person said, like, it's just too expensive to me. I just like really can't afford it. And I didn't even know what it was until you actually broke down what a convention was for me. So they actually showed up as our VIP because once you are a part of the AniTOMO Plus Ultra, as a thank you for co-designing the program with me, you get to come in as VIP. Right?
That's awesome.
So both of them showed up at the door when we opened up like at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
And it was so huge for me because he came up to me, one of the guys, and said, I can't believe you really did it. And that was incredible. Yeah. But then later on that day, when it was around lunchtime, he was like hungry, and he was like, hey, by the way, is there anywhere that I can get food that accepts EBT cards? And then for me, I was like, you know what? We have food trucks just around the corner here, and we have free food vouchers. Yeah. But what that showed me was that this needed to happen, right? That we were actually reaching the audience that we intended to reach, and that it made sense, and that it was needed, and that we couldn't stop. Yeah. And like that blew my mind. That level of impact that we were having. Not that you were just coming to a convention, but that we were actually teaching you what a convention was, so that when somebody asks you in the future, you're never gonna have your hand down. You're like, yep, I went to a bunch. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, that to me was like the hugest point.
And they could spread it to the people that weren't there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we're on a mission. Yeah. Because this community is tight and it's small, but it doesn't have to be, and it shouldn't be. Right? It needs to, like, we need to open this wide up.
That's a
100%. That's dope.
We hitting the otaku?
Yeah, we're hitting the otaku.
All right. So, guys, it's our time of the day. It's called the otaku. This is the major conversational point of our podcast. So this is where we hit a few different anime topics, and we're just gonna go back and forth on what we think about these topics. All right. So today's topic is called Guess This Anime Character's Astrology Sign. All right. So we have a few characters cooked up. We want to see if you guys can guess their astrology sign. So, Kev, you want to lead it off? Who we got first?
Yeah. So we're gonna just popcorn this. Let's kick it off with none other, the great, the OG, Naruto. What is his astrology sign?
Naruto's astrology sign.
Okay, he's very powerful, and he goes for things no matter what, but he's also really calm and emotional. So he's not going to be a fire sign.
He wears his heart on his sleeve.
So he's not fire. He's not wind. Wind people, I'm sorry, I love you, but you're all over the place.
Maybe like a Pisces. Maybe like because you know the water sign. He has the relaxing.
Pisces cry all the time. They cry too much.
Naruto cries.
No, but that's more like a Hinata. If you're gonna go with Pisces, I'm gonna go with I like maybe an Earth sign, like a Libra.
Okay. Are you
balance?
Yeah.
So we actually didn't decide. Do you want to go against each other, or do you want to agree with one another?
You know what's crazy? No, you know what's crazy? I do, but when I don't know the character, I'm gonna be like, we be back together again. We back together.
Same thing.
All right. Libra. Yeah. You got that on the money.
Right, that's crazy.
He is a Libra?
On the money. Yeah.
That's crazy.
He's a Libra.
Oh, okay.
1 point.
All right. So next up, we have a character that's near and dear. So we have Usagi of Sailor Moon.
Ooh.
What is their sign?
She's a cry baby. If anybody ever watched Sailor Moon, you know Serena crying every episode.
She has to be a Pisces.
You think so?
Water signs cry. They're Cancers and Pisces all day long.
I'm a Cancer.
Scorpios cry.
I don't cry for nothing.
Scorpios cry on the inside.
I will not have this Cancer slander.
Big Cancer gang over here.
We do not cry. We're emotional. We're sentimental. But
Cancers
we do not
are
cry.
okay, then Pisces. Pisces 1000%.
I can see a Pisces if that's a cry baby.
You're both going with Pisces?
Yeah.
She's stuck with Cancer because she's a Cancer.
But we were in the element.
We were in the water sign.
So she's the one Cancer that cries OD.
Okay.
Next, we got Luffy from One Piece. What's his sign?
Oh, man.
Okay, so Luffy has to be a fire sign.
Yeah, he's so aloof.
Leo, confidence.
I would say Sagittarius because he's so spontaneous.
I'll take that. He likes to travel. Sagittarius, they will leave you in a heartbeat to walk out that door. Be like, okay, we're not doing this because I'm going to be over here. They're not attached.
Look at the attention he gives Boa.
Boa,
he do not care.
1000% he's a Sagittarius.
Yeah, he's a Sagittarius.
Sagittarius.
Gotta be.
He is a Taurus.
Oh no! No, he's not. Taurus is loyal, but I would have given Taurus to Zoro any day of the week because I don't know.
That firm love.
That's weird.
Let's check the stats real quick.
I'll double check it.
Maybe his like ascending sign, his moon.
See, I don't know that deep into it.
What's his blood type? Maybe he's O negative. O negative Taurus. All right, my next one is Satoru Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Okay. Gojo's confident, egotistical.
Yeah, he got
I gotta say Leo.
Yeah.
I gotta say Leo.
He got that
1000% Leo.
That chip on his shoulder. He's gotta be a Leo.
Big Leo energy.
Yeah, big Leo energy.
1000% a Leo.
He's a Sag.
Okay.
He's a Sag.
But you know what? In the elements. We're hitting the elements.
Yeah.
If this was like an element quiz, technically, we have all the points.
You have 100 points at this point.
You have 100 points right now. So he's a Sag. All right, 1000%. That's crazy.
All right, who we got next, Kev?
Next, from Spy Family, we have Anya.
Okay.
Anya.
Virgo. She
You
gives me
think
feminine.
so?
Wait, is Anya the
No,
child?
the little girl.
The child,
Yeah.
Oh snap!
Yeah.
I switch it back. She's very sweet. She's very kind. But she knows things and she doesn't tell you things.
She's super lazy. She really doesn't have a clue of what's going on. But when she does, she's very helpful.
But she knows things and she doesn't tell you. She keeps that
mysterious.
secret. She can keep a secret.
That's true too.
Who can keep a secret out of all the signs? Is it a Scorpio? Can't trust them. But they love secrets. But they entertain. When they get a secret, that for them is like everything. They're like, oh my god, I don't know if I could keep it.
Maybe a Gemini because she has that duality with her. Maybe you think so?
Oh, I'll go with Gem.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right because she acts aloof, but she's not.
Yeah, because
hella
she's
smart.
Yeah,
hella smart.
She's a Pisces.
What? Crazy.
If you kept Scorpio, you would have been in the water family.
I would have been
She's in the water, right? Then Pisces is a water sign, right?
They're water signs.
She's a water sign still.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, she do cry.
That's crazy. But she's a little kid. That's
right.
Oh man.
All right, next up we have our boy from Demon Slayer, the main character Tanjiro.
Oh,
Tanjiro is such a great human.
That sense of justice, that sense of selfness.
Loves his siblings, loves his family, selflessness, right?
Yeah.
Would give you everything off his back.
Damn, you know what he gives?
Hard-headed. I think I kind of like, so family oriented. He has to be a Cancer, but that loyalty, Taurus.
Okay, I can see Taurus. You know what I'm thinking of? What's that September one? I forgot.
Virgo?
Yeah.
You think of Virgo?
Maybe.
Virgos, they're loyal and analytical, and they could be mean. Quite frankly, they're not. They're very quick with the tongue. They will chop you down.
Tanjiro's not that.
He's not that kind of person. So what we
Taurus.
said Taurus, or what was the other one?
What was the other one?
Doesn't matter.
Yep, Taurus.
Think about it.
Okay, let's think about it. Let's bring it back. So we said
it. So you know his personality. Also, a little hint out there. Think about what he can do. Think about his breathing style.
Fire.
Fire
and water. So it's Pisces. He does cry a lot. And Cancer, he loves family.
Okay, Cancer. Let's do Cancer.
He's a Cancer.
Okay.
Cancer.
He loves family.
Thank you for the assist.
Thank you.
You were in the vicinity.
Thank you.
All right, next, one of the top ladies of Jujutsu Kaisen. We're talking Maki.
Okay. That I feel like we could do Virgo for that.
Yes, I do agree.
This girl is calculated.
This
girl, she knows what she's doing and ain't got no powers to back it up. Like this would help. I think the Virgo would be her.
But she does give me a little bit of androgynous. Like she's very, very, very strong, and Virgos tend to have this feminine center that they do not give up. They don't play around with that.
Right.
So you said Virgo.
Yeah.
Is there any other sign that gives off masculine? So we got the Pisces. Wait, Aries.
Aries is fiery though.
I'm gonna go with Aries for her.
Okay, Aries is.
But
she got that. She got that fire in her.
You said Aries or Virgo?
Yeah, I can see Aries.
All right, we're gonna go with Aries as our final answer.
Locked it in as Aries.
She's an Aquarius.
Exactly what I thought.
Oh my god!
What I was feeling.
I love the rebound.
Exactly what I thought.
Third guess.
Yeah.
You're so close.
So close. We were extremely close. Yeah.
All right, so the last one is going to be Eren Yeager of
Oh my God.
Attack on
That
Titan.
crazy nuts.
This is
It's
genocidal.
like, is it Eren like Eren as a kid or Eren later? Does it
this
matter?
guy's
It doesn't
selfish
matter.
as
Born on the same
hell.
day.
That's not how
This
astrology works.
guy's
Change your
selfish.
signs.
This guy's selfish as hell.
No.
A Leo? What are we thinking here?
No, but let's go with how he was born. Let's go with like before he became that.
He was always that.
Yeah, but
that's the problem.
But the environment changed him. He wasn't supposed to be that. He was inspired to see beyond. So, but really, he was kind of just like an adventurous kind person. He put the scarf around Mikasa. That scarf is everything. Him sharing that scarf. Who does that? Who gives?
I really feel bad for Shorty because she really held it down, waiting for him, staying at his grave. Like, sis,
To the end.
he was not it. He was not it.
Okay.
He was never it.
Okay, so then if deep down inside he
She's
was
getting
always
personal.
gonna be-
Okay.
No, it's true.
if he was always meant to be that version,
Yeah.
who is the most toxic zodiac? No offense, I am a Scorpio, so I can take the heat. Who is the most toxic? Who is that? Who's that sign? Who is it? Who's the most problematic?
Ooh, the most problematic? Nah.
But he's also very
guess-
smart, and he's also he thinks that he was doing it. You see,
For the
maybe a
right
Virgo.
reasons.
Virgos swear that everything that they tell you is for your good. So I'm gonna go
You
with
hear
the
that?
Virgo.
You hear that?
You hear that,
I
Virgos?
swear, it is always like, I know better than you. I've been analyzing you up close and from a distance, so I know what's better for you.
but
He
is
may be a Virgo.
Is he that calculated?
Virgos can be very calculated.
No, is Aaron that calculated?
Ooh, so then maybe a Scorpio? They think they're calculated, but really it's just all emotions. It's all emotions. It's all emotions.
Apologies for all the signs out there who are getting
They're
these
all
shots.
Great. I like that.
Calculated, but really it's all emotions.
But really, it's all bullshit.
It's all of it. All of
doing
it.
I mean, you're not
Everyone's
wrong. You're not wrong.
And they will totally
Let's
sacrifice
go back to
themselves.
Scorpio.
They will sacrifice
double down on
themselves.
that.
They're like the Scorpion itself. It's all about regeneration. It's about death. Everything about them is that.
Yeah.
And as we know, I'm not spoiling, but we know who he really loved in the
Yeah.
end.
Right.
We know that he really, really did love her. So
Yeah.
he's very passionate.
Just could never say it.
Yeah, he just can never say it. So all of that passion, all of that, yeah. Let's go with Scorpio.
Let's go with Scorpio.
Let's go with that Scorpio. sign.
Now take that, and then if you had one more trajectory of where you wanted to take that, where would you go beyond the Scorpio?
Oh,
Yep.
maybe he's a cusp. so
He's that 13
Libra?
sign.
Is he a Libra and a Scorpio? Which that balance,
I could see that.
I can see that Scorpio cusp. So maybe he's a Libra Scorpio cusp.
Damn, I wish we could say yes, but he's an Aries.
Wow.
So you know what? He was actually on the opposite side of the wheel.
You know
You know?
what?
Yeah,
I
you're
see
right.
it now that you say it because genocide, Aries, it tracks. It tracks.
Xena, warrior princess, Aries. He was
Anybody
the
that
god
you
of
know
war.
that's an
He was the
Aries,
god of war.
They literally go from 0 to 100.
Yes.
There's no middle
Yeah.
ground.
No, he
That's
did jump.
it.
He
Also,
did. He literally
Aaron
jumped.
Aries.
Oh my
Aaron the
God.
Aries.
Why?
Saves the
Why?
Gemini.
Wow.
You're right.
Yeah.
So I think in total we got 10 points.
Yeah, I think so too.
In total.
Yeah, you got two right. You got Naruto and Tanjiro.
Let's clap it up for them.
But
Yeah.
honestly, the content was there. You two did amazing.
I'm not gonna lie. You got me looking at myself like, damn, as a Scorpio man.
I'm scared to be in these streets because somebody's gonna find me and be like, "What'd you say about Aries?"
No, literally.
All right.
Dead. Our next portion of our otaku is, and we kind of touched base on this in the beginning, but what were some anime series that you were excited to see, but then you saw it and it was a complete dub from there?
Which one failed me?
Okay, can I go first?
Yes, please, anytime.
Yeah.
Y'all see Ninja Kamui?
I seen like the first 2 episodes.
And that's why.
I tried
And
one.
that's why. You see,
Really?
there's something about it that just doesn't capture you.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to sit through it. The first episode was fire. When I tell you it hit like Tokyo Ghoul, it hit on a level I was not expecting. I was like, what is happening?
Yeah.
What is this? Boom. Bam, bam. I don't even want to kill, like I don't even want to give y'all a spoiler, but the first episode, it really captures you. It takes a small decline every single episode.
Oh,
and then
wow.
and then in the last episode, you're like, so what was it all for? It's a waste of my time. It was a waste of my time. Quite literally, it was a waste of my time.
Damn.
Yeah, no, it was peak, and then the pacing just got crazy. I feel like they practiced on the fighting, and they were like, since people like fighting, let's just give them every episode a fight, and it's like there's no storyline.
Like God of High School a little bit.
Yeah. It's like there's no storyline. I don't know what's happening here. Why are we fighting? Who are we fighting? And why should I care? And I didn't get that. So that's really where I didn't fuck with Ninja Kamui. Like it was supposed to be great. The first episode was great. They should have kept it at that. Actually,
just an OVA.
Next time, make it an OVA or a movie, because that would have been better.
Honestly, yeah. What about you, Eileen?
I don't know if there's, because I follow so much popular anime, and when you get behind popular anime, it's almost a for sure everybody's gonna love it.
Yeah.
I don't take risks like you. I wish I could, but I don't have the time.
Yeah.
But I will say one anime that I'm concerned about is Tokyo Revengers. I was with it all the way in. Do you remember the song?
Oh, have you heard the full version of it? It is amazing.
So
and the yodeling?
Yeah.
I don't know how to yodel, but I listen to that song on a regular basis.
Yeah.
I get fired up when I get ready to that song. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's so good.
And I'm just concerned. I have concerns from the last season. I'm like, where are we going? And I don't know how we're getting there, but I don't want to go with you. So
pull over.
I'm opening up and I'm rolling out. But the thing is the first 2 seasons, or like whatever, the first season, it was so incredible that I'm already in, and that's what I hate with anime.
Yeah.
When you're so deep in, you're like, oh fudge, now I gotta go all the way with you.
Yep.
It's like you don't have a driver's license and you're going out to a party with a friend that wants to stay till like 3 a.m. in the morning. And you're like, oh fudge, I want to go home. I want to leave this party now, but I can't.
Yep. And you
Because I can't. I'm stuck with you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Check the Uber. It's $200.
I don't have the money. Not in this economy. So now I'm up in this party, scared and cold, all the time cold. But you know what? Another one that concerns me. I love Baruto, and I always will. But there were some parts in the season where it was a struggle for me. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Some parts.
But you know why I had to keep
parts?
watching? Because when I watched Naruto, I was that big fan that did skip the fillers. And like some people are like, are you even a real fan if you didn't watch the fillers? And I'm like,
Yes, you still are.
Yes.
I think I still
100%.
am. But for Baruto, I promised myself, for his children, I would not skip fillers. And my goodness, have I regretted it.
Yeah,
So,
you gotta break that promise. You're gonna have to break that
my
promise.
It's been hard.
You're gonna have
It's
to
been
break that.
hard.
I'm sorry.
But I will say, when Baruto comes out of that filler, just like with Naruto, it comes out strong. And you're like, what fillers? I love them. They were great. I needed them. I needed them.
Let's be real.
I needed
Boruto
them.
2 Blue Vortex, one of the #1 selling manga of all time right now.
Okay, that's the manga. Bring
Yeah.
that energy to the anime, please.
They still got to
and
do
thank
part 2 of the anime.
First of all, you cap all time.
I'm projecting for the future. I'm looking at the future numbers.
didn't even peep the
Yo,
cap.
Q4 2028, bro, is gonna go crazy.
Nah, Kev said you're not getting away with that. You're not getting away.
It's been out 4 months. Best selling manga of all time.
That's that new gen. That's that.
Volume 1 not even done yet.
Shonen Jump buying page streams. It's like the music industry.
Oh my God. Wait, you didn't get your check yet? That's crazy. Yo, I've been on Boruto payroll since episode 1. I swear to God. Secretly.
What about you, Jay? What's an anime that failed you?
Anime that failed me, oh, that's easy, bro. Platinum End. But I think this is not just the anime. I think it's just a story. I've read the manga too. Everything about it just failed me completely. Because, like, you had this great concept. It was made by the guy who made Death Note. So you thought that, like, it'd be cool, very ethereal.
peak.
And then bro got too deep in his own mind. And he was like, yo, so they're all fighting for godhood, right? Someone's going to win. Let's make the suicidal little kid. Oh, sorry. What's the other word for saying it?
Unaliving?
The unaliving little kid.
Yeah. Right.
Let's make the unaliving little kid become God.
Yeah.
And bro became God for 3 years and said, actually, let me unalive myself as God. So he did that. And all the fighting that they did for the entire series was for no reason, because the world just imploded into nothing.
Oh my God.
There was no point. There was no point in
It's
watching or
giving
reading
darker
that.
than black.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It was crazy. He wasn't even the main
Ridiculous.
character. He was like, he came in like the last few chapters. Like, I don't know. How about you, Kev?
I'm gonna say God of High School. I was really excited for that anime when it came out. It was like, and it was kind of like Solo Leveling, when it was like a really popular manhwa.
Yeah.
And so everybody was talking about it.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it gets adapted as an anime. You watch the first 3 episodes, you get into the story, and then all of a sudden he becomes like a universal threat in like the 5th episode.
Whoa.
It just made no sense. The pacing was off. The story wasn't there. And it was just all fights for fights.
Exactly.
Okay.
I agree.
Yeah.
So, guys, what anime has disappointed you the most?
Yeah,
Let us know in the comments right now. You know, is it God of High School? Is it Tokyo Revengers? I'm not gonna lie.
That's why we moved the posters to the back. It used to be on the wall.
As long as you see my man's right there, Baji. That's all I care about, bros. Big Scorpio energy, same day as me, November 3rd, gang. Stop playing, man. Like that's all we care about. You feel me? Oh man, is it that time of the day?
It's getting low.
So it's time to get spicy, guys. What is your anime hot takes?
Oof.
Yeah.
I have a few. Sakura is the best lead female anime character. Period. Itachi is
What?
the savior. Itachi's the savior of the Leaf Village.
Let's start with the Sakura one.
Let's spend them on that.
She's ready, guys.
I ran.
So, what has Sakura done for the series?
She gasped. She gasped.
What has she done
What has
for the
she done?
Naruto series?
What has she done?
Okay,
You
so
might want
You might need the gun.
well, I'm confused as to how you could even ask that question when Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura are a replica of the
Legendary
sign.
sign.
Yeah.
So that in itself shows that she has a right to be the person that she is. She adds so much character growth from the moment her hair got cut. From that very moment, she had made such a huge shift in her life. That's huge for girls.
Yeah.
That's when you step out and you're like, I'm owning who I am, and I'm no longer gonna be what you think I am, and I'm detaching myself from the girl that's just like, I just love boys.
Yeah.
She had a huge growth right there, and she
Yep.
was forced to because she recognized that she wasn't as physically strong. She didn't have like a huge last name with the Chiha clan.
The
She wasn't
bloodline.
she's not a Jinjuriki.
No,
None of
nothing.
that.
Nothing.
Not one of those things. She had to earn every little thing that she gained. When Sasuke left the village, when Naruto left the village, she was left alone to figure things out on her own. And her heart is so big. The little to be cursed to love such a man like Sasuke is one of the hardest things to do. And she had to love him, and she loved him openly. And she got to the point where like she understood she was disrespecting the community and her friends, but she still pushed on. And she had to do all of that amongst the threats of pain and everything else.
Yep.
So, I mean, what has she done?
Right.
She's everything.
Yeah, J. Quo.
And what is
Yeah,
she
J.
today?
Quo.
J. Quo.
Who is she today?
Yeah, J. Quo.
And quite frankly, she has given birth to who will be the future Hokage and will wrap this story up.
Yeah.
Uchiha will end this story as the Hokage of the Leaf Village, and that is Sarada. She has given birth to the end of this story, this long story. It is Sakura. Sakura is the key.
Let's go.
Why,
Bop,
J.
bop, bop.
J.
Pew,
Quo,
pew, pew.
why do you hate strong women? Like, why do you hate strong women?
But can she be Goku though?
Oh my God. Here we go.
Here he goes, throwing a man into the mix.
You know what's crazy? So, you know, I think it was like you said, it was the point where she cut her hair for me. That I remember watching this series and being like, oh, they plugged in her personality into her body as a character. Because, you know, I feel like Sakura for the beginning part of the series was not it until that moment. Her versus Ino. Also, she beat Ino's ass, let's be real. Like, she knocked it down.
Let's be
Like,
for real.
that
Which
was
is shocking,
crazy.
actually. I thought Ino had a lot more in her, and I was like, oh, there's not that much. Okay, so cool.
Also, y'all don't even know Sakura was taking down Akatsuki. Stop playing. The whole Akatsuki who killed
Sasori.
Gaara, the first,
Sasori.
the fifth Kazekage, she knocked out Sasori. She said, you know what, bro, you want to mess around, you going to kill the grandma, you going to have to go through me. You feel me?
Exactly.
Like, stop playing.
I will say this. A reason why people hate Sakura, besides like the whole power, let's excuse power from it. I think a reason is just the way that she would treat Naruto just off of like nothing.
I understand
Like her
that.
literally, when she had that conversation with Sasuke, when she was like, it's because he doesn't have parents. Who the hell acts like that? And then Sasuke hit her with the, that's annoying and you're annoying and broke her heart.
Yeah.
There was just multiple moments in the show where she treated Naruto as such. And her whole character arc was just following after, until a while, was just following after this man that didn't want her.
Right.
Who eventually, she ended up getting him. Kinda, because the man never really there.
And there was one more key moment. You remember in Shippuden, I think it was like right when Sasuke had appeared in the Hokage summit. Sakura was like, "Yo, Naruto on some real shit, bro. Like, I think I love you for real."
Yeah, when she did that scum.
And Naruto was like, "Yo, get out of here."
I get it.
When she did that,
I get it.
That hurt me.
yo,
Everybody was butthurt about that. I totally understand that. I totally get that. But at the end of the day, people grow. People change. She was still going through growing pains. She was, 16 when that happened?
Yeah.
Like, come on. She thought she was making the situation better.
Let me say something. Let's go back a little bit. So when you were saying, let's take the power away, all these things like that, and let's just focus on how like she's annoying because of how she treated Naruto. At that age, what was she, like 12 years old, right? Yeah. You're on a 3-person cell team. It's Kakashi. Kakashi is your teacher, and to your left is Naruto. To your right is Sasuke, and you're just a girl. Literally. She had to come out of her mouth and say crazy things. She had to show herself out because she couldn't hold up against them. Yeah. So that's what she was trying to do. She had to lean on Sasuke, like, Sasuke, I love you, and you're the best, and you're so much stronger. And this guy, she was just trying to fill the space. At that point of the
series, she was more talented than Naruto.
Naruto couldn't even do one jutsu at that time.
At that point, she was more talented than Naruto.
Yeah, but she didn't recognize that all the time. And so for me, it's like somebody who doesn't feel as smart in a room of, like, imagine you go to Silicon Valley and you're just there with a bunch of tech people and you're like, how did I get here? So you're just talking just to talk. Yeah. This is what I love about Sakura. She is us. She is so human. Every single person has had somebody that loved them more than they like them, and you've done something ridiculous. Like you've said something ridiculous because you're just like, I do not like you. I like this person. Or when you recognize that that's your friend and you really care about them, and this guy's a psycho, but I like this psycho. So I'm going to choose you because you're actually the good person. Yeah. I know I shouldn't love this person.
But she never got there.
Yeah, I know. But when she says, I actually love you, Naruto, that's just her trying her hardest to stop loving the wrong person. All of us have been there. Yeah. We have been in these situations. She's the most human.
She trifling.
We're scared of our own truth. We're scared of our own truth. She's that person.
I mean, she's literally the blossoming character of this series.
Oh,
that is her.
You just trying to win yourself. You just trying
to. Sakura.
Literally cherry blossom.
She is a cherry blossom.
I threw a little gasoline on the fire, and all of a sudden I'm the worst person. Now, what about Itachi though? All right, this is my thing about Itachi though. All right, so we can call him the Lord, Savior, oldest out in the third, but bro, I'm not gonna lie, he beat his little brother down. And when they first showed him in the original Naruto series, he didn't have to do him like that. Like he really did not have to do slow Sasuke like that.
He was breaking him down to build him back up. We've seen that story countless times. There's a reason he did that.
Break his arm. Like
also murdered his parents. I think he was broken down enough.
I'm gonna tell you, as a child of a Caribbean parent, my mom is Haitian. That is my story. They will break you down and say the wildest things to you.
I'm gonna make fun of you to make sure that you can be strong enough so anybody can make fun of you.
Oh, you think you're cute this morning? You look like crap. Get out of my face.
In Creole, in Haitian Creole.
Oh, you want to be an artist? You want to do jokes all day? You should be a nurse or a lawyer. You worthless piece of you were like this for me. I was like, this is nothing. Yeah. You hot clan. These are Haitians. Yeah.
Haitians. So basically, Itachi was like, you want to throw a Chidori at me, bro? You got to learn how to use your eyes first.
Yeah.
Okay,
exactly.
I can see it. I can see
two tomos.
Two. Do you see this pain? See this pain?
It's a Mangekyo.
That's a fact. Mess around, fight me. See what happens when I get that internal Mangekyo.
No.
Oh man.
What's your hot take, Ash?
I'm definitely not as passionate about it as Sakura and Itachi. But I don't like the money grab that's happening right now with the anime community. And I've seen it in so many different shows. We've seen it in Attack on Titan. We've seen it in Demon Slayer. Why are we waiting 2 years for the show to keep progressing? And why are you giving us movies that are episodes of the show? It's like you guys don't want to give us new content. It's like, I feel like the shows that are happening right now, they wouldn't survive back in the day. Not with the Dragon Ball Zs, where you're getting episode after episode, content after content. And this is before streaming. So we had to get those things on box sets. I'm not buying a box set a movie of seeing Demon Slayer, and then I know I'm gonna watch the episodes and it's gonna be the same thing. That don't make sense.
Yeah.
I feel like right now I get it. Mangaka are tired. They're tired, and they have sleepless nights, and they need self-care. But you can still get that while giving us real content. We shouldn't be watching movies that are the same things as the show. We shouldn't be doing all of that. Give us real content. That's canon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna agree with you on that because when I saw the recent Demon Slayer drop at Regal Theaters when it first came out, when I was so excited. I was like, oh my goodness, we're in an RDX theater. This was packed to the brim. They had Demon Slayer characters outside. I was like, I'm so excited. This is like Disney World. Sat in there an hour in. I was like, this is cool. They showed us the last 3 episodes from the last season. Good. It's about to get crazy. And then they showed us like 1 episode. And I was like, I just spent $40 to watch 1 episode. And I had to really convince myself that this was the right thing to do. I was like, you know what? It's okay because I'm with 200 of other anime fans, so this was worth it. But my pockets were crying.
Oh, major facts.
What?
I was like, oh my God, I'm getting played by the very industry that I thought I had a connection with. Not to me.
That's my problem with it. From back in the day when I was watching anime, it's like we didn't really have all the types of access that anime had. We didn't have going to the movies and paying $40 for. We had to watch our stuff on DVD. On whatever Toonami gave us.
YouTube
on whatever,
Part 45.
Part 45.
Watch it allegedly. You know the vibes.
With the German subtitles. We didn't have this. So now that we actually in here, we are ready to invest in you. You guys are not investing back in us. What is 30 minutes in a $40 industry? Like what?
I have a solution.
Sense. What?
They need to have, you know how companies can be publicly traded, like stock and stuff like that. We need to have stock for animation companies because I would buy stock and give y'all money so that y'all can produce the anime that you want. I'll directly give you my money.
And you can pay your employees so they don't have to never see their families again. Like I get it, I really do. And Mappa has worked very hard.
You know, I thought about that. Like if somebody gave me the option to pay a production company directly instead of paying a Netflix or a Crunchyroll. Love you, Crunchyroll. I would definitely do that. Like if it meant like pay $10. Like if I had to pay $5 for every not $5, maybe like $2 for every episode. $2 for every episode. I would do that. To know that it was going directly back to the animators, I would 1000% do that because I'm mostly watching anime. I'd rather do that than because it's only going to the Netflix. It's only going or Funimation at the time.
By the time it gets to them, it's diluted to pennies on the dollar.
And when you really get into it, like anime, the people who created the anime don't really make much money off of the anime,
and that's a problem. I understand that it takes time to and it takes a lot of production to make an anime. The manga literally starts off as a book and they have to make that into an action. That's crazy. I get that, but give us more. We've been with you. We've been riding with you. Y'all have theme parks. Yeah, we have created a $4.6 billion industry for y'all. It's us that's doing it. Don't give me $40 and 30 minutes of Demon Slayer. I'm sorry, I don't like that.
They could have definitely done better with that. Because we're at the point with anime where people are just going to accept what they give us.
That's what it is.
And it's like, all right, if you're not going to pay $40 for those tickets,
the new gen
somebody else will.
The new gen, when we were just talking about this with Attack on Titan, the new gen, they probably saw the new Attack on Titan like, oh my God, this is so amazing. The people that started Attack on Titan 10 years ago were like, finally, where the hell have you been? It was finish the story already. Like, come on. Some people don't read the manga. Some people only waiting for every episode to drop or every anime to come out.
Which is such a my hot take thing. I don't know why y'all don't read manga. All these people like
no one got time, Jay.
I don't know. You could sit on a train and bust out a manga. You feel me? Like you could be doing 1,000 other things. And I don't know, it's a different interpretation of the story. You know what I'm saying? Like you're getting like let's talk about Konohamaru, right? From Boruto. Konohamaru was never actually set up to be a fighting character. So that's why he gets clowned so much even in the future. Because in the manga, Konohamaru never fights. He only in the anime OVAs and adaptations and extra like storylines do we get him fighting for fan service and also for extra content. But we don't get that in the manga. But in the manga, we focus more on the story. There's more I don't know, there's something more beautiful about the story to animate in the manga than when it's animated. Because they only have like 30 minutes or less than that, 27 minutes
to
put it together. he have unlimited chapters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to go crazy, I don't know if y'all ever seen the full page spreads. Some of these manga could go so crazy in their full page spreads that would be a whole 5-minute animation of them trying to build up that scene.
Right.
So I don't know. I just think that they need to put some more respect on manga. And, you know, it's not for everybody. You don't need to read everything because, again, time is valuable. Right? But your favorite series, your top 5 series, you know, put some time in and, you know, take as long as you want. But pick up the manga and read it.
I have a caveat to that. You can go first.
Yeah. I was just thinking we had a debate about this at our last event at the New York Public Library. It was a great anime debate, manga versus anime fans.
It was at the March Madness for manga. So next year, check it out.
I wish I was there.
Yeah.
Honestly, I love manga. I read manga mostly for shoujo manga, but for me, the reason why anime wins is because of sound, music. Oh yeah. And you just can't without the music. Because music in Japanese animation tells its own story, and even food and color. Yeah. Okay, so your window into Japanese culture is normally like it can be anime or manga. Yeah. The next step is normally the food. Yeah. After or the music. Yeah. And then the fashion. So you really do need anime in that way. But another reason why is when I read One Piece, because I was really trying to catch up, so I really fooled myself. I was like, let me go to the library and get all the volumes, try to catch up really quickly.
Oh, nah.
When we get to Ace's arc, I'm sorry, I'm not going to say anything, but everybody was like, oh my God, no, not Ace. Law's backstory for a whole year. But you got to catch up because when you get to Law's backstory, you're going to be crying.
Nah, Law's story is crazy.
I love a good cry. We talked about this. I'm a Scorpio. I love a good cry. But I got to Law's backstory and it was emotional. I did not cry. And I guarantee you, had I watched the anime, I would have been crying from my eyes, my nose, and my mouth, and my pores. All tears. I'm
going to piggyback off of that. Yeah. There are certain things that the anime will give you that the manga won't. And it's the same, vice versa. Yeah. So for our thing, for Nana, there's something that happens in the manga that doesn't happen in the anime. And thank God, because I am also a crier. So if I read that in the manga, it would break my soul. Yeah. I wouldn't be able to eat, sleep. It's too much. It's a little too much for me. So the stuff that they choose in the anime is strategic. Yeah. There's a reason for it. Yeah. And I love that they do that. Like, I'm already a very emotional person. Okay. I don't know if any of you guys ever watched Basalic. It's on Hulu. That show really made me like stop eating for a little while. Oh, God. Like that show broke my heart. So if I had to go through the real show into like a manga like that, I don't know if I could make it.
No, that's fair. I don't know if I could make it. You guys bring up very valid points. You know, those are a lot of the points that do again attract me to rewatch the anime as it's animated. Right? Like I finished the whole Solo Leveling journey in like a week in the manga form, right? Wow. But now I'm rewatching the anime and I'm like, oh, just like I thought, but even better sometimes. Yeah. You know. Also, you know, you guys also touched upon this too when they're animating it. A lot of the new techniques for animation is all in like the cinematography. So anime cinematography, the lighting, the angles, like. Even just like
the Foley,
sound design, all that, like it goes so crazy. So you know they can just coexist. Let's just have coexist.
That's what I was gonna touch base on. Is like I like reading manga of specific anime because one. If I'm watching an anime and the manga's so far ahead, I'm like, all right, I need to know what happens in the future. Yeah. And I've never cared about spoilers for myself personally. So I'll read everything. I'll read the YouTube. I'll watch the YouTube theories about the manga chapters, and I'll read the manga chapters, and then I'll go back and watch the episode once it's animated, and I'll be like, oh, this is dope because I'm seeing something that I was reading at first, and now I'm seeing how they incorporated all the best aspects of animation into it. That's the dope thing about Jujutsu Kaisen. Yep. You'll see, when I saw Shibuya in the manga, I was like, wow, this is crazy. Then I saw it animated.
It went so crazy.
Insane.
You got the colors, the pictures, everything.
Facts.
Yeah. Like just being able to like kind of supplement with the manga for something that you don't have yet with the anime is great. And then you kind of like have a new shift of perspective with things where it's like...
Because it takes 10 years to animate anyway.
Yeah, exactly. It's no more like spoiler alert for me. It's more so like, oh, I liked how they wrote this. Let me see how they animate it and see how well they did it by using this medium. That's a fact. I think that's dope.
And also, for my manga readers, I know y'all scroll to the bottom of the page or whatever manga platform you read and go to the comment section. The manga community comments are the craziest comments I've ever read in my whole life.
It's like your own Reddit for the actual.
Oh my god.
I get that.
They be catching stuff in the chapter that I'm like, wait, I gotta scroll back up. What happened? Oh wait, what? This person's there in the background. What?
You know they have that for anime too. Like you could do it on anime. Crunchyroll, My Anime list. Like, there's like a little forum depending on what show you finish. I did it for Banana Fish because I wasn't ready.
Banana Fish is a crazy series.
There's a whole like little Reddit for it. Like
that's one manga I would not read.
Yeah,
because
that's what I'm telling you.
I already cried when I watched the anime. I probably would cry my eyes out.
It's too much.
Wait, so do you have physical? You read physical manga books or do you
digital? But so this is a fun fact too for the people who don't read manga or want to get into it. So when you buy like the volumes of the manga, it comes with extra content. So just like in anime, when they do the director's cut and they add in like additional animations and extra scenes that weren't there, they do that in the volumes of the manga. Wow. So if you want to get more out of your manga reading experience, actually buy the physical volumes. You'll get the little notes from the directors and editors and screenwriters. You'll get all the extra chapters and pages. It's crazy.
Oh, it's to incentivize you to actually buy the physical book.
Exactly.
I love that.
Yeah. Okay. So that's why I also want to start buying Blu-rays and DVDs.
Yes.
Because apparently Crunchyroll only airs the version that was on broadcast. It doesn't air the director's cut ever.
Which is one episode for the JJK that everybody talked about. There was one fight that was like the director's cut.
Yes.
Sukuna versus Magaraha.
Yeah. So chime into that and tap into that because they go crazy. But also, guys, anime community in general, let us pay for the production of this so that we can get more production and more quality anime. Because I'm tired of waiting for the broadcast version to not even be the full version.
Yeah. Are you concerned that it's just a lot of anime more than ever? And how do you keep up with that? Because the community, when we watch things together, we talk about it, and that's what makes us stronger. Yeah. What do you do now that we're becoming more saturated and more fragmented? So when you find out, oh, you're watching that, oh, I haven't watched that, I'm watching something else. How do we coexist? Like, where does the connection come if we're all watching different things?
It's just gonna go in the direction like media's going in general. Yeah. Like if you watch YouTube, the amount of YouTubers that exist that have millions of followers, but I don't even know their name. Yeah. But they have their own like self-sustaining community. Yep. Anime is just gonna exist in that world, I think.
And it will always be the top 10, top 5. I think maybe not better, but it would help people.
Natural progression.
Natural progression, but also will help people get aligning values better, right? Like say for example, like for me, I've always loved, let's talk about like a different subject, maybe fashion, right? I love fashion, but I always found that like the major popular media of what presented like fashion presents itself in is not for me. I'm not a runway show guy. I don't like, high end. I'm not in Saks. I'm not in Bergdorf. I'm in the streets of my fashion, right? But now that it's like divided out so much, there's subcategories of streetwear. So it's like, I don't like all streetwear. I like Supreme, but because that's like number one. But I don't like BBC, for example, right?
Hey, yo.
Right? But I like the brand that was inspired by BBC, you know what I mean? So like it starts to divide out and create these little branches, but then you start to find more individual things that could actually help you find people who are more into what you're into in a deeper way. So you might find that anime person who, read the Banana Fish manga and is like, yo, bro, I read that, I'm not gonna lie. Like, bro, I cried on page 45, yo, crazy, So it's like, it comes with its like, its pros and its cons, ups and downs.
Like a sub-niche.
It's just, it's like when things become that large, it's just what happens. The community divides.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like, if we want anime to become more popular, that's just going to be the recourse of it.
Yeah. See, that's why I think when One Piece ends, it's going to be the end of an actual era because it's the last of the big three that's going to have its final arc. Because Bleach has already ended in anime, even though it's rebooted in that sense. And then Naruto has Boruto, but technically
it's over.
It's over. Yeah. But One Piece, this is going to be the move. Like when it ends, the world will shift. Like the amount of people that are going to come out of everywhere is like, we were huge fans. Yeah. And I don't want that to end. I'm really scared of that moment because that's the thread that keeps us all together. That's the last one where we're like all together. And I'm a little nervous where we're not going to have these long animes anymore. Just like the 30 episodes.
It's done. The long anime, they're not coming out with that.
It's done.
It's going to take us 10 years to get anything as good as long as One Piece.
Yeah. But I mean, hey. it's like, even though the longer series are done, they still take time. Jujutsu Kaisen came out in 2018, and it's still going.
It's gonna be here for a while.
2024.
Okay.
So, you know, we still got a long time to take in the content. I just think that it won't be as strong as the 20-year, 30-year gap.
Definitely.
Like we literally grew up on all these shows. Like all these shows came out.
Which honestly, I'm not too mad at, bro. I don't want to start a series and then be 60 when it's going. When it's
That's
ending.
fair. There are some people, when you think about it, if they started reading One Piece in their 40s, they're like, Jesus, I need him to find the One Piece.
Yeah.
Or just like the Knicks, where it's just like, I need the Knicks to win in my lifetime.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. That is fair.
As I was growing up, I've always had this thought in the back of my head. I was like, yo, I can't die before Naruto ends. Please, God. And now that Boruto's here, I'm like, damn, I gotta live for longer. This is crazy.
And now we have that fear for Oda.
Because,
you know, he's getting up
Every
there.
time he's like, Hachu, I'm like, stop it.
Whoa.
You don't get to be sick.
Facts.
You don't get to do this.
Like, whoa, calm down there.
Facts.
Go to the doctor. Take a week off. We need you to be good.
Yeah.
Put him in a bubble. He needs to be
100%.
bubbled.
We gotta start treating these mangaka like, you know, like number one athletes. Like we gotta give them the premium treatment, man.
Absolutely.
LeBron was good because he was pampered.
Exactly.
Jordan and all the other people, they wasn't that pampered. They had to make their own brands to get their own money.
Yeah.
So
You really don't watch sport. Jordan wasn't pampered.
Nah,
He
he
made
was pretty
millions of dollars for basketball.
he
fam.
made $1 million, but what was his contract looking like compared
He
to
was making-
LeBron's?
Well, that's not fair.
That's a different era.
Yeah,
He was still
that's
making
not fair.
millions.
But
Okay.
that time-
hundreds of millions.
Facts.
I love how everything that comes out of his mouth, I'm like, and you're like, don't listen to this
He's saying
man.
stuff, bro.
Just don't listen to him.
It's a Scorpio in me. I'm just speaking from my emotions.
Boruto. Top selling manga in the world, Boruto. On that note, J-Quo, it's the end. Close us out.
It's the end. All right, guys. So first things first, AniTOMO, please let them know where they can find you.
Talk to the people.
Okay, so you guys can reach us at AniTOMO_Con. That is our Instagram. That is the only social media platform we have right now. We soon come out with a website, AniTOMO.org. It's coming out hopefully before the convention, which is on July 20th, 2024, in Industry City, Japan Village, Brooklyn, New York. It is completely free. You can go on Eventbrite and sign up for a ticket, and you can bring your friends, you can bring your coworkers, you can bring your wife, anybody you can think of, because we are trying to give access, we are trying to give free, we are trying to give anime back to the people.
Yeah, and for those of you that don't know, AniTOMO, what is AniTOMO? So Ani stands for anime, Tomo for Tomodachi. So it's about making anime friends, and we just want to be friends with you. So
Come be our friend.
come be our friend. Yes.
Go
Awesome.
Team Tomodachi. You know the vibes. This is Keeping It 9000, New York City's anime podcast. So if you guys are not hip to it, please subscribe to us on YouTube. Also, if you're listening to this episode via audio, give us a rating on your favorite podcast platform.
Please
Let us
do.
know how we did. Can we do better? We don't know unless y'all say something, to be honest.
Talk to us.
If you loved any moment of this episode and you wanted to share a clip of it, our clips are available on social media, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. We are there. And last but not least, if you want to have a place where you can talk to us as well as to the other people who love Keeping It 9000 and the anime community, join our Discord. It's in every single link in bio for all of our platforms. So that's where you can find it. So again, thank you guys for keeping it 9000 with us, because we're always keeping 9000 with you. And AniTOMO has kept it 9000 with us. Thank you. Thank you.
Arigato.
Thank
Arigato
you.
gozaimasu.
Thank you.
And we will catch you on the next episode. Peace.
Peace.
It's over 9,000!